I can hear you. Who do I got on the phone here?
This is Connor. You already know me, but I just want to give a little success story to all the people that are in the comments right now. I'm like 11 days without weed after about a decade of use, thanks to joining this man's coaching program. I'm sitting here. I cooked myself a nice steak instead of door dashing every meal because that's what I've done, just being high the entire last year. Just got back into the gym this last week, and overall, things have been really, really good. And I do have one quick question for you though. When I had taken my last tolerance break, if you will, last time I had gone over a month without weed, the reason why I went back to it was this weird feeling that things really weren't that different. And yesterday was the first day that it was the exact same feeling that I had felt a couple months ago. But then what I ended up doing, I just like recognized that it was that addicted voice that you kind of talk about. Went to the gym, came back, and I mean, I was still kind of feeling it. And then today has been like a night and day difference. For any other people that when they're in that moment of, oh, should I go back or is it even worth it? It's almost like a boredom. It's almost like is life really that much different? But I know that this is the problem that other people are going through. So any other tips or tricks for that specifically?
Yeah, Connor, that's awesome. One, thank you for taking the time to call. For people who quit cannabis and they say, my life isn't that different, and they're at the month mark, maybe they're at the 2-month mark, the 3-month mark, my like most blunt and direct advice would be are you making that judgment call way too early on? Because if we have 10 years of cannabis consumption and you've stopped for a month, how much could I reasonably expect to change in just a month's duration of time? So the first thing I would say to a person if they're in that situation would be maybe stuff isn't that different since you've quit. Yes, 30 days is awesome, but it's only been 30 days compared to 10 years of consuming. Some of that comes down to proper expectations. What was the person expecting to be different, and what is an appropriate amount of time for those things to be different? If someone's been consuming weed for 10 years and they quit consuming cannabis and they're 30 days in and they're like, oh, I thought I'd have more motivation. I thought I'd be in better shape. I thought I'd be sleeping better by now. I would say, well, is it reasonable to expect that those things would be that different only 30 days in, especially depending on someone's starting point? And then I would also say exactly what you did. Call that out, because is that you saying that things aren't that different, or is that addicted voice trying to manipulate you into thinking that things aren't that different? Because if you can sit down at the end of the day and say, well, I'm eating a steak instead of ordering DoorDash tonight, I'm on a live call with Dr. Frank on YouTube instead of being stoned and doing who knows what, well, that's different, man.
This time, I am very much more committed to my decision. Never for a moment did I think that I was going to go smoke. Basically, the question is, how do you get that voice to just shut up? Even though I know that I'm not going to cave, how do you just shut that voice up?
So I can give you 3 different ways of looking at this, and the last way I give it to you is probably going to be the most valuable. So one, as far as that addicted voice, go smoke, you're bored, nothing's different. As far as that goes, one, unfortunately, there is just like a time factor. Like there just is. And for a lot of people, it tends to be around the 90-day mark when it's like a light switch and that voice just kind of disappears. For a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people. It literally could just be a factor of time. Secondly, there was literally a point in my life, this is when I was quitting nicotine. I was sitting in a gas station and I was thinking about going in to buy more chewing tobacco and a vape or whatever the hell it was at that time. And I literally yelled out loud, shut the F up, in my car, as if I was talking to that voice in my head, telling it to literally screw up, verbally out loud saying it. Now, that's a more aggressive option of handling it. So you got time, you got just waiting it out, you got being more aggressive, and then you got probably what I think would be my best advice, which would be so that voice is there going to tell you to go smoke, or going to tell you you're bored, or going to tell you things aren't that much different. Okay, that voice is there. What's the big deal? I know you have trades in your name. I know what you do for work. It's not like you just lost a band on a trading deal, right? That would suck. That'd be a big deal. It's not like some major health crisis came up, right? And it's not like your house is on fire. Yeah, it's there, but is it really that big of a deal?
It's so weird because like I'm a very secure person in my thoughts, like a very rational person typically, but it really felt like I was just going crazy. So in the future, even if it feels like I'm going crazy, like I know if I can just stick it out and just ignore it, it was just a very annoying thing. But really, like you're saying, is it a big deal? Like looking back on it today, it was way better.
That's kind of what it comes down down to, because sometimes you can't turn off thoughts. Like I have thoughts, take drugs out of it. I have thoughts sometimes that I just cannot shut down. But I can say like, okay, this thought is here, but do I really have to make anything major of it right now? And can I belittle this thought even though it's there? It's only temporary. And I've literally told some people too, like whether it's a craving or that voice or whatever it is, like, I mean, I've been known to say like literally, like I'll be on the phone with someone, I'll be like, listen, I need you to go splash some like water in your face, look in the mirror and just say like, I got this, get a grip, Frank. And then that's it. And then just like move on, because you are okay. And this can vary too throughout the detox process. Like we should acknowledge that too. Like depending on where someone's at, you know, I always felt, especially with nicotine, I feel like I see this a lot. People will do pretty good. And then day 3 or day 14, a lot of times that quote unquote voice will like really, really ramp up. I'm just like, look, you know, you're around day 14. Chances are you're pumping all the byproducts of nicotine out of your body right now. And then that's where I go to like, this is that addiction's last ditch effort to really try and suck you back in. So it's really ramping up its efforts, but let's kill this thing, you know?
When I notice a very specific, recurring thought, for example, the last time I tried to quit, I cannot tell you how similar the feeling that I had yesterday was to when the last time that I took a month break. It was so similar, and being able to recognize exactly what it was made it to where there was no way that I was going to go back to weed.
It's pattern recognition. And anyone who's watching this, if you've quit cannabis before and you've hit an inflection point or a point of struggle, this is literally where things that we try and identify, like, okay, what tripped you up previous times? What can we expect this time around? What are some ideas or mindsets or things we can put in place to try and like prevent that or circumvent that? A lot of times just having awareness that it's going to come or that it might be something that comes is enough for people to get through it.
It's going to be different for other people. I'm sure there's different motivating
100%
why people go back to things. But if you can recognize whatever that was for you, that is a massive unlock. Massive unlock. Because that seriously stopped me from relapsing yesterday. I was just noticing what it was.
There's always something. There's something that makes a person decide to go do something. Even people who tell me there's nothing, I'm just compulsive and I'm stuck in self-sabotage. I'm like, no, you're better than that. There's something that you thought rationally through that led you back to it.
I'll leave some time for any other callers that want to come in, but just any last thoughts for the people who didn't hear the start of this. Joined Frank's coaching program about a week ago, 10 days ago, and I could not be more happy. So if anybody is on the fence, I'm not a paid ad. I actually paid him, and I'm extremely happy. What else are you going to spend your money on, man? Change your freaking life.
Connor, I really appreciate this. This was awesome. And there is no question you just inspired a bunch of people too. So thank you for taking the time to call in and stuff. You really didn't have to do that, but thank you.